Entendido. Okay. Hola.
Hi, I'm here.
Sí. Okay. I think it's what's wrong myself.
No,
It's the similar in my career, in my area. The take temperature, pressure, blood, oxygen blood.
yeah,
Yes.
very similar details. I mean, it's not such a big difference.
Yes.
The
It's
fact
not a
from
big
this
difference.
is how to write down the physical exam. Can you watch my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. In this chart, we are talking about a lady with a lump, a mass in the breast, right breast, I think. And we are taking an example how a good physical exam is done, okay?
Okay.
In that way, as a general view, at the beginning, you see that you have only abbreviations, right?
OE.
OE on exam. That's the
Okay.
meaning, on exam, on physical exam. And then at the beginning, you start writing down the vital signs. In this case, the temperature as the first data you have to show. If you go system by system, I mean cardiovascular system, respiratory system in detail, well, in every topic, you have to add the physical exam, the values about the heart rate, blood pressure, respiratory rate, but considering abbreviations just,
Sí.
not the full term.
Blood
If you
pressure.
don't have
Okay.
the necessity of writing down every system,
Pulse.
all the physical, all the vital signs go next to the temperature in the first line, next to the
OE or AFE?
No, OE. The abbreviation on when we talk about the physical exam is OE, on exam, or you can translate it on physical exam or on examination. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Please give me a second.
Okay. On exam, on examination. Okay.
Okay, Neil, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Okay.
My dog was barking and where he screamed my babies.
Oh, how's your baby?
Yeah, well, my two babies, the two youngest. Well, but
Yeah.
the babysitter is there now, so there's no trouble on this.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back. When you have this OE in the context about the physical exam, remember, it could be translated as on exam, on physical examination, on examination, or something similar, but it's the beginning about the physical exam while writing down using abbreviations, okay?
Okay.
You have the
Always.
vital sign, always,
Okay.
no matter the history, it could be in odontology, in vets, in medicine, they are the same. You have this universal abbreviation, we can say.
Okay.
While writing down, you use abbreviations. When
Okay.
you have to read to a supervisor, to your superior, professor, who knows, you have to read talking with the full term. You
Okay.
cannot say OE and T, and no. Oh, that could be a mistake. On examination, temperature, 27.8. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I get it.
You only go to the physical, well, to the positive information. I mean, you don't have to write to round on the findings that are normal or under normal values. Just
Okay.
vital signs, for example, because they are values that all is the description, right?
Okay.
When the principal findings, the main complaint is related to the physical, well, to the findings, well, how can I say that? There are the principal findings, the smooth, firm mass in the right supraclavicular fossa.
Okay.
It has nodes, it's palpable in axillary and inguinal areas, right? When you have information like this, following the protocol, you have structures that you must evaluate. In this case, the oropharynx, the abdomen, the cardiovascular system, right?
Okay.
If these areas, if these anatomical structures are normal, you write down this abbreviation NAD.
NAD. Okay.
Could be no add detail, nothing to add, nothing important. You have 3 ways to translate it. Nothing to add is the most common meaning we use. It means that this structure is normal, but why we use this? Why we support this? Because following the protocol, you have to show me that information, okay?
Okay.
The same with the rest of the values of the structures that are here described. In the abdomen, you find a mass for about 3 centimeters below in the low costal margin. It's palpable. But you only go to the positive information. You don't go to support the auscultation or the percussion, nothing like that, right? Just the details that you are looking for and you are finding. Don't round on normal values on information that is not relevant at this point. At this point, do you have
CNS?
Yes.
What does mean CNS?
Central nervous system.
Okay. Sí, right.
Cardiovascular system, respiratory system. We evaluate this because it's a case when we talk about cancer, and we must evaluate all of these structures looking for metastasis. If there is no metastasis, you don't have nothing to say about it, but you have to support that you evaluated this and there is nothing to add, nothing at this point, okay?
Okay.
Any question until this point?
Nothing at all.
Okay, perfect. So considering you are an odontologist and the physical exam, the one that I have prepared, could be out of your objective, please prepare a case report with one of your patients and the physical exam following your career.
Okay.
I think it could be better for you, okay?
Okay.
Prepare it until Thursday. In the next workshop, we are going to read your answer, and according to that, we are going to correct it and then go to the next step.
Okay.
Okay, is that clear? Any question about it, maybe?
No, not really.
NAD, yeah, nothing to add. Yeah.
Yes, NAD.
Perfect. I'm gonna send this file to your WhatsApp in 5 minutes. Please give me a second to get it in PDF for catching a guide how to do it, okay? And some meanings. Remember, all the structures you describe in the physical exam must be with abbreviations. You have lots of them in Module 1, and details that they are checking in this module to ask them. There is no trouble. If I don't understand the meaning, I'm gonna ask you, okay?
Okay.
Use as much abbreviations as you can.
Okay. My homework is for Friday, for Thursday.
For Thursday, for the next workshop, okay?
Okay. See, I have time to do my
Yes,
homework.
it's easy, I mean. It's easy, it's not so complicated to do this. It's possible to make it fast.
Okay.
So taking into account that you're a dentist, an odontologist, it's better for you to prepare a case from one of your patients. It's going to be with a better objective, I think.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Questions from yesterday, maybe?
For yesterday, we're gonna take a new class.
Yeah. We took an epidemiology class again. Yeah.
I think it's better. The last class was a little heavy.
Yes. It's so hard to catch the objectives of this and the meanings, right?
Yes.
But it's possible to make it. Actually, while preparing this was so hard because looking for the meanings and the context, how to explain these ideas is not as easy. But I hope it would be understandable.
Yes. Only is improve the new terms, and the rest is understandable.
Perfect. So keep on
Okay.
working. Any question,
Okay.
please let me know by a message, okay?
Okay. Thank you. Right now, I'm
Okay.
going to my meeting.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for your attendance.
Okay. A big hug. Take care. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Take care. Have a great meeting, I mean.
Okay. Thank you.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, there was Neil. Let me share the screen. In this screen, I'm showing you the role of the workshop of tonight. I sent it to the group around an hour ago, I think. So they are the ones who said that that are gonna come to the workshop. So let's keep on patience, and according to this, we are going to continue. I'm gonna expect my next student. So see you in some minutes as soon as my next student gets into. Bye-bye.
Can you hear me, teacher?
Hi, Maria. How are you? How was your day?
Hello, teacher. Good. Today is a hot day again.
Yes, it's a busy day, right?
Yes.
Okay, Maria, today we have a specific topic to take in count. We are going to talk about the physical exam, okay?
Okay. 1 minute, teacher, 1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute. Ready, teacher.
Perfect. Can you watch my screen?
Yes.
Okay. In this screen, well, I'm showing you how the physical exam, well, it's an example how the physical exam could be done. I mean, we have, as you can see, lots of abbreviations to take in count, okay?
Okay.
And as you can see, while writing down, you use lots and lots and lots. the way to do this is because it's a medical context. In your case, a nursery context, when the information is going into context with your colleagues, that's why it's easy to make. And it's a uniform way to write down in countries, in hospitals, from places when you talk in English, right? Let's go to the first one, OE. We were checking this abbreviation in Module 1, means on exam, on physical exam, on examination. You have here the meaning. When you watch this abbreviation, you know that we are talking about the physical exam in the clinical history. Then next to the OE, you have the normal, the vital signs, beginning with the temperature. Then you can go to the blood pressure, the pulse, respiratory rate, oxygen saturation, okay, all of them. But it's your choice to place here at the beginning the vital signs, or maybe to go system by system, like this with the cardiovascular system. We have the pulse and the blood pressure. It's your choice, but it's better to organize it and use just in one place. In this case, could be at the beginning, right? Then you go with the findings that are positive during the evaluation of the patient. In this case, we are talking about a mass, a lump, in the right breast of a woman. It's just an example. It's for considering that we found the mass and we describe the characteristics of this. It's smooth, it's firm, that's the size, 3 by 4 centimeters mass, in right supraclavicular fossa. You know, we are going with anatomical details, of course. There are nodes from 1 to 2 centimeters in diameter, palpable in both axilla and inguinal areas. Considering this information and following the protocol of evaluation with a patient with a mass, we must evaluate the oropharynx, the cardiovascular system, respiratory system, abdomen, and central nervous system, looking for metastasis. In that way, with the rest of the evaluation, you don't have extra information. You don't have nothing in oropharynx, nothing in cardiovascular and respiratory system, nothing in central nervous system. And the abbreviation you use for supporting that you made that evaluation that there is normal is NAD. NAD could mean no add detail, nothing to add, nothing important. It's for showing that you made the physical evaluation, but there is no findings, okay? There is a normal structure we are taking in account. So as I was telling you, you have the chance to organize the vital signs according to the system you are evaluating. In abdomen, in this case, there is a mass palpable 3 centimeters below the left costal margin. So considering this 3 centimeters below, give me a second, please. Okay, my baby came.
Hello, baby.
Thank you. Also, she's starving again. Okay, going ahead, going back to the point. Following in the abdomen, we have this detail, this mass, right? While talking about a finding, you only go to the idea, to the finding. You don't have to describe the maneuvers or the techniques that are normal, only the positive information, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Following this chart, it's possible to make it. It's an example, but it's a very clear example how to prepare a physical exam. Okay. So, do you remember we were working on the case report about Mr. Jones, a man with trouble that goes to the urologist?
Not sure, pero I
Yes, in model 1 we made it. In model 1 we were preparing the case report of this man. So I'm gonna send to your WhatsApp the physical exam, the details that we must consider in this patient. And you have to write down with abbreviations and organizing the ideas with the physical exam, okay?
Okay, teacher.
So prepare this job to the next workshop until Thursday. And during the workshop, we are going to check this, okay?
Okay, teacher. That's great.
Is that clear until this point?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, any question about it maybe?
No, for this, no.
Okay, I think it's possible to make, right?
Yes.
Perfect. From yesterday, do you have any question maybe?
Not the yesterday, no, teacher. Maybe
No.
I had a question for the el cuestionario and
About the homework.
the homework. Yes, about the homework for it's on the say the EV infusion start.
Yeah. Let me know. I'm looking for the file. Give me a second, please. Okay, I'm gonna share the screen. This lady is so demanding.
Yes, it's the first no and the first life.
Yes, just 2 weeks with me. Okay, can you watch my screen now?
Yes, teacher. It's for the three in this one.
Yeah.
The GTN, the EV infusion start, but I don't understand why is the arroba and the N.
Okay. EV infusion start at 40 micrograms per minute.
Sorry, teacher.
Start at. Yeah.
What is the N in infusion N?
Yeah. Which one? I mean.
Here it is in the same line is EV infusion.
Infusion. Okay.
And a little N. I don't know.
Yes, that's the same infusion. IV infusion. I mean, sometimes we say a carga, yeah. And then
the EV is a start in, when the
infusion, it means that you can use these doses with a microgotero o una bomba de infusión, with both of them for catching the correct detail.
Okay, la N arriba de infusion es que se encarga entonces.
No, sino que se refiere a que utilices un aparato extra, por ejemplo, una bomba de infusión, un microgotero.
Ok. O sea, la N es... ya.
Es un infusor específico, a eso se refiere.
Bomba de infusión, ok.
Sí, a un BIC.
¿Cómo se dice bomba de infusión en inglés?
Continuous infusion bomb, I think. CIB is the abbreviation.
Okay, teacher. That's all.
Okay. Ah, okay, let me share you the pool, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Please tell me when you receive this. Okay, can you watch the pool?
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. Okay,
Ready, teacher.
thank you. Yes, my
Thank you,
lady fall asleep now. They are so nice, right? Changing mood so fast.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, maybe another question from yesterday, maybe.
No, teacher, it's all. That's all.
It's a lot of vocabulary, I think, right?
Yes, teacher, is some words are difficult to say.
Yes, even in Spanish are hard, imagine in English. It's
Yes.
not easy.
I need memorize.
Just to memorize all of them.
Memorize
It's
a lot of.
harder. But well, we have the chance to make it, right?
Okay, yes, teacher.
Okay, so give me some minutes to send you to your WhatsApp the exercise about this patient and the physical exam, right? And
Yes, teacher.
the file with the example, I'm gonna send it to you to take something to guide, okay? Because there are no guidelines at this point. I didn't prepare any file about it. If there's any question, please let me know, okay? Send me a message about it. And we are going to check your job on Thursday, the next workshop, okay?
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, Maria. So see you tomorrow, okay? Have a great night.
Bye, teacher. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Well, I'm expecting my next student. You're still on time. There might come Carla. So let's wait a little bit. I think she is late because something. Let's wait a little bit. I'm here. Hi, Carla. Can you hear me?
Hi, teacher. Yes, sorry, I was having problems with my internet and my device.
Don't worry, I understand it. It could happen.
Yes, sorry.
In our country, it's very common, right? Don't worry about it.
Yes, yes, especially for the internet.
Yeah. Let me see. Can you watch my screen?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Tonight we are going to check how to write down the physical exam about the patient, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Let's make it faster because of the time.
Okay.
In model 1, we were checking these abbreviations, lots of them. So checking the first one, OE, we get them in one presentation, I think, in the respiratory system. It means on exam, on physical exam, on examination, on physical examination. Okay, well, we have many ways to get the meaning of this. But when we check this into the clinical history, we know we are going to talk about the physical exam about the patient. And
Okay.
the same as in Spanish, it has a logical order to make it. Taking in account that in English, you only write down the positive information, the most important one. You don't round on information that it's normal or unremarkable. Only go to the positive fact, the positive findings, the description of this, and that's all. You don't have to give me an extra explanation supporting that you made your job. At least you're following a protocol of a specific situation, right?
Okay.
In this case, we are talking about a lady who has a breast lump, a mass in the breast, in the right breast, I think.
Okay.
As you can see on exam, and we start with the temperature. You have the chance to write down only the temperature at the beginning or send me all the vital signs. It's your choice, the same as in Spanish. You can write down all of them at the beginning or each one following the system they belong, okay?
Okay.
You don't have to give me too many details about the structure you're evaluating because we are in context, because we start with the case report and then we go to the physical exam, the same as in Spanish. And following that context, we go to the most important findings, the main complaint, right?
Yes.
And we make the description similar than in Spanish. It's smooth, the mass is firm, has 3 by 4 centimeters mass in right supraclavicular fossa. Okay. But now we have nodes 1 to 2 centimeters in diameter, palpable in both axilla and inguinal areas. Enough when we talk about this mass. But following the protocol, we must look for in oropharynx, cardiovascular and respiratory system, the abdomen and central nervous system, looking for metastasis, right?
Yes.
In that case, when you have to support a protocol, you go to the structure you must evaluate. Like, well, following this example. If there is nothing important, there are no findings, you can use these abbreviations, NAD. And it could be nothing to add, nothing important, no details. You are showing that you evaluated the structure, you are supporting your job, and with the NAD, you are telling me that this structure is normal at this point, without findings, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Then you can go system by system, according to our experience, and then you have a finding in another place, for example, in the abdomen. We have a mass palpable 3 centimeters below left costal margin. as you can see, you only go to the important fact, you get it, right? You're not
Okay.
explaining me all the maneuvers, not all the
Yes.
techniques, or not which in a specific maneuver you made this finding, right? You
Yes.
only tell me the specific detail we are talking about. And that's the fact with the physical exam in English. You don't have to round on information that at this point it's not necessary.
Okay.
So following this example, we have an exercise to make, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Do you remember the case report we were writing down in Module 1 about Joseph Jones? Old man who has gone to the urologist because he has
yes.
trouble. Okay, following that case, I'm gonna send you to your personal WhatsApp this example to have a reminder and the findings from that patient, and please prepare the physical exam, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Following that, use as much abbreviations as you can, okay?
Okay.
The same as the case report. We don't have a specific guideline. Actually, I didn't prepare a file looking for that because all of these abbreviations we checked during Module 1, and some of them are new in the Module 2, but at this point, with the Module 1 abbreviations, it's possible to make this job, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Any question about it, maybe?
So if we use some, I don't know, some manuals.
Maneuvers. Yes, maneuvers.
We don't have to explain it. We just have to say what we found.
Yes, only the findings.
Okay.
Which maneuver specifically you use for that, at this point, it's not important. It's not a fact in the clinical history in English. In Spanish, you have to do it. For example, lance, maniobra de lance, maniobra de ropes, right?
Yes. But in English, it's not
In English, no. Only telling me that that is positive, the maneuver, and describing the finding, it's enough.
Okay, teacher.
That's the difference with the clinical history in Spanish. In Spanish, we round too much on the information. We give sometimes extra detail because we repeat maneuvers once, twice, or 3 times, right?
Yes.
For ensure about the diagnosis. But in English, if you have, for example, if you developed 3 or 4 maneuvers that are going to the same point, you don't have to write down the 4 maneuvers. That's not important. You can tell me maneuver of lance, ropsing, and I don't know, a third one. I'm not sure at this point. Positive, or maneuvers of ABC, positive, and then you make a brief description. It's enough.
Okay, teacher. But we don't have to describe each of the maneuver.
No, one by one. It's not important. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, I send you the pool. Can you watch it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so give me a second to send you the information to your personal WhatsApp. I'm going to do that as soon as possible.
Okay,
prepare the physical exam to the next workshop. And during the workshop, we are going to read your answer, okay? Carla? Hi.
Sorry, I was having troubles again.
Okay, don't worry. I was telling you, prepare the answer to the next workshop, okay? Prepare the physical exam. And well, with the findings I sent, I'm gonna send to your WhatsApp. So any question you get about it, please let me know by a message, or if you have extra findings you want to add them. There's no trouble on me. But practice about abbreviations, using abbreviations similar to the example, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, any question maybe?
No. No, no, teacher. I have no
Oh.
more questions.
Okay, I think it's clear, right?
Yes, it is. Thank you, teacher. And sorry again for being late today.
Yeah, don't worry. It happens. We ran with this explanation with patience.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, teacher.
Okay, I send you a hi for not losing the file. And I'm
Yes.
sending you now the picture with the example. And then the homework, okay?
Okay. Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Thanks for your attendance.
Thank you, teacher. Have a good night.
Thank you so much. Okay, here you are. Good.
Okay.
Okay, you got the example, right?
Yes. Yes, teacher.
Okay, I'm sending you the findings. Yeah, I get them. Yeah. Okay, here you go. You got the second picture. There are
Yes.
the findings. Please to the next workshop, okay?
Okay, teacher.
It's easy to make.
For the vital signs, I have to put them all or only the ones that are, I don't know.
Let me see how I made it. Okay, I send you all of them. Try to use all of them. According to
Okay.
the situation in a real history, you have the chance to look for which ones to emphasize. But it's similar as in Spanish. It's better if you write down all of them.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, Carla. Any other question? I don't think so, right? It's clear now.
Yes. No, I have no more questions. Thank you,
Okay.
teacher.
Perfect. So see you tomorrow in the theoretical class, okay?
Okay. Bye, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, Diego. How are you?
Hi,
How was your
teacher.
day?
Thanks, teacher. It was really good. And you, teacher?
Well, I'm having fun with my babies. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute, teacher. I'm glad to hear it.
Thank you. Well, let's work on this. Today we have a specific topic to check, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Let me see, physical exam. Okay, can you watch my screen?
Yes, I'm watching it.
Perfect. Today we are going to check about the physical exam, how to write down a physical examination, okay?
Okay, okay.
So let's check on this. At the beginning we have, well, we start with lots of abbreviations, right? So
Yeah.
the OE, it's an abbreviation we were checking in module 1. If my memory is not failing, in the respiratory system, the third presentation, I think. Well, I'm not sure. The fact is, it's in the module 1, we have this meaning in the OE. The OE could be on exam, on physical examination, on examination. Well, you have lots of ways to do it.
Okay.
The meaning. But the fact is, when you read this abbreviation in the clinical history in English,
Sorry, teacher. I couldn't hear you when you write this physical in the story in the clinic story. You said.
Yes, in the clinical history, when you find a OE, you know that the text is going to be about the findings you as a doctor collect from your patient.
So as I can understand, it's like I'm going to see what my colleague has examined, right?
Yes, you are going to read the physical exam, the report.
Okay, yes.
Okay, when you get the OE, you have the chance to read at the beginning as a first point, the vital signs, starting with the temperature, like this example, okay?
So I must start with the temperature, teacher.
Yes, always with temperature, and it's your choice if you want to add the rest of the vital signs or place them with the system that they belong.
Okay. And other even if they are not I don't know not normal.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
If they are normal, you have to write down, of course, give an explanation of this. If they are normal, it's better to place them for supporting that you get these values and you are evaluating the situation, okay?
Okay, teacher. Okay, I got it.
Do you remember in the case report, we have the main complaint, right?
Yeah, it was the MC that we must put it like a highlight, right? The main symptom or the sign that we have.
Yes. When you start with the physical exam, you start explaining the main complaint, the most important situation, I mean, okay?
Okay, teacher.
In this chart, we are checking an example about a lady who has a mass in the right breast, a breast lump, okay? That's why we are describing the findings as the most important part at the beginning of the physical exam. It's smooth, it's firm, 3 by 4 centimeter mass in right supraclavicular fossa. There are nodes with 1 to 2 centimeters in diameter, palpable in both axilla and inguinal areas. So following these findings, you have a protocol to evaluate the situation.
Yes.
Commonly, when you get a lump breast and you consider that it could be a cancer, for example, you have a protocol to follow the case, to make the physical exam, and you have some instructors to check, right?
Yes, teacher.
In this case, we have to check the oropharynx, the cardiovascular and respiratory system, the abdomen, and the central nervous system, because the protocol rules that we have to look for extra nodes or some changes in the anatomical structures, right?
Yes, teacher.
That's why in this example, we are doing this. For example, in oropharynx, it says NAD, right?
Yes.
It means that this structure until this point is normal without changes. Okay?
Okay. It's like SP in Spanish.
Yes, the NAD means no add detail, nothing to add, nothing important, could be the normal structure. But you are supporting that you made that evaluation because the protocol rules that you have to make that that evaluation from this specific structure, okay?
Okay, teacher. Thank you. I'm getting it.
That's
Yeah.
why it's important to follow the protocols as always, because we are not creating a new physical exam, right? We are considering that this patient has the necessity to be evaluated from all of these points, right?
Yes.
If there is normal, you can use this abbreviation NID, and
Okay.
then you support your job, you support your merit. Going ahead, as I was telling you, you can place the vital signs with the cardiovascular system, in this case, the BP and the pulse, or both of them can go at the beginning of the paragraph. That's the same. That's your choice. There's no trouble on this. In order
Okay.
cardiovascular system and respiratory system are normal, you go to the next, the abdomen. In abdomen, you have a finding. Mass palpable 3 centimeters below left costal margin, right? Are you describing the maneuver when you find it?
No, I'm well. I think also in Spanish, it's only saying the positive sign. I mean, Bloomberg, positive Bloomberg.
Yes, well, if you tell me Blumber, positive Blumber, it's not correct in English.
Oh,
The
oh,
Blumberg is talking about the peritoneum irritation, right?
yes, yes.
If you want to support a peritoneum irritation, only tell me the findings about that are related to the diagnosis you are looking for. You don't have to describe the maneuver or 4 maneuvers trying to look for the same finding. Just the most
So
important details, and that's all.
okay. So in the case I wanted to say that the peritoneum is irritated. What should I put?
Peritoneal signs of peritoneal irritation positive enough.
Oh, so it's
That-
englobing. It's telling in general all the
yes, in
signs
general.
or the maneuvers I could find it. It's
Yes,
not
if you
right.
want to describe one by one, you are going to give too much information, and that's not the objective on the physical exam in English.
Ah, thank you, teacher. Well, I think that is a good tip. It's better, easiest in another way too. In English, I could
Yes,
see.
it's so easy. It's easier than in Spanish, and you only have to go to the point. Just go to the most important fact, and that's the part you really need on this. Okay, Diego?
Thank you, teacher. Okay,
So
okay,
I'm gonna send you this file to your personal WhatsApp,
okay,
and a physical exam, some findings from the patient we are preparing the case report in module 1.
okay,
Okay?
okay, teacher.
Prepare the physical exam of this patient until Thursday. We are going to work on this in the workshop. We are going to read how you prepare the physical exam of this patient, okay?
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, so give me some minutes, Diego, and then you're going to receive the file, okay?
Thank you. Okay, I'll
Oh,
be
okay, be alert on
waiting.
this.
Yeah.
Okay, so see you tomorrow, Diego. Thank you.
Bye, teacher. Bye, bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Hi, Misael.
Hi, doctor.
Hi, how are you? I'm sorry. I was taking a few minutes from your time.
No problem. I'm fine for today.
Okay, you got us some details about it, about this topic we have to talk about. It's the physical exam, right?
Okay.
So today we have to talk about it because, well, it's important to prepare this exercise. Do you remember in module 1 we were talking about a patient, Joseph Jones, an elderly man who went to the urologist? Hi, Misael.
Hi.
Can you hear me clearly?
No.
Oh, okay, let me see. Let me fix it. Give me a second, please. Okay, can you hear me now? Hi, can you hear me now? Is that better? Misael? Well, Misael, I need to talk to you with microphone.
Yeah.
Okay, is that better now?
Yeah.
Okay, I was asking for you. Do you remember in Module 1, we were writing down the case reports, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Talking about the case report, we had a patient, Joseph Jones. Do you remember that man, an elderly man who was going to the urologist with trouble while going to the bath, while going to pee? Do you remember that?
I don't remember.
Well, we were working on this. That was an elderly man who was going to the urologist. The idea of this exercise is to work with the same situation in order to make it easier and work properly, okay? But okay, let's go to this point, and at the end we are going to solve this situation. When we talk about the physical exam in English, we have to consider this. We only go to the point. We don't round on information. We don't explain negative information, I mean normal findings. We only talk about the pathological findings we get during the physical evaluation, okay?
Okay.
And we use a lot of abbreviations. Okay, we don't use full terms because that's not the way the clinical history is done in English. The way to make it is with abbreviation as much as you can. You got lots of them in Module 1, and in this Module 2, you're receiving some of them. So it's possible to make it now. Okay?
Okay.
When you go to the physical exam and find this first abbreviation OE, when you go to the clinical history in English, you get the OE. You know that you are going to talk about the physical exam from the patient. It's following the same logical order than in Spanish. You have the case report, then the social history, then the physical exam, then the diagnosis, then the treatment. When you watch OE on exam, on examination, on physical exam, you know you're going to find the report from a colleague describing all the findings that the patient have at the moment. Okay?
Okay.
And you have the chance to write down at the beginning the vital signs like this, the temperature, always the temperature at the beginning, and then the rest of the vital signs. I mean, blood pressure, the pulse, the respiratory rate, heart rate, oxygen saturation, well, everything. Okay?
Okay.
Or if you prefer, you can describe the findings during the systems. You can send me the vital signs in the system they belong. For example, the pulse and the BP with the cardiovascular system, okay? It's your choice, it's the way you prefer to work. In my personal opinion, it's better to place them, all of them, at the beginning of the report of the physical exam, okay?
Okay.
When we were talking about the case report, we have the main complaint, the principal reason why the patient is going to the doctor. While following that information, we can go to write down or to describe the most important finding we get following the main complaint. In this case, in this example, we are talking with a lady, we are evaluating a lady who has a breast lump, a mass in the right breast, and we are thinking on the possibility of cancer, breast cancer. That's why we made the physical exam, looking for the mass and some notes, and we find them. The mass is smooth, is firm, 3 by 4 centimeter mass in right supraclavicular fossa. And the nodes are 1 to 2 centimeters in diameter, palpable in both axilla and inguinal areas. So we are emphasizing the situation that this patient has a probable metastasis, right? In that order, we have to follow the protocol about the evaluation when we look for metastasis, and we have to evaluate extra structures. I mean, oropharynx, cardiovascular and respiratory system, the abdomen and central nervous system. Following this, we go in order and we find that in this case, for example, the oropharynx is normal. There are no findings. And you can use this abbreviation, NAD. Nothing to add, nothing at detail, nothing important at this moment. I mean, it's a normal structure. And the NAD is supporting that you made your job, you evaluate the patient properly. And in order it's a normal structure, you have the chance to say that there is no information, no extra information to explain in this case. Okay.
Okay.
So following the logical order we get, even in the clinical history in English, in Spanish too, you follow the order of systems. Following the systems, you can say cardiovascular and respiratory systems are normal, there is no trouble, and then you get the abdomen. During the abdomen, you get a finding, a mass palpable 3 centimeters below left costal margin. There is a mass in the abdomen. So following this mass, you don't have to describe the maneuvers, all the techniques you used for catching this or the rest of the maneuvers that are normal. Only give me the finding, the most important detail, okay?
Okay.
That's the fact when we write down in English. We don't round on extra information or normal information. We only go to the point, and following that point, it's possible to make it. Until this point, do you have any question about it?
No. For the moment, I don't have a question.
At this point, it's possible to make it, right?
Yeah.
So when you see the NAD, it's possible to make it. It's not a mystery. There is nothing new, nothing to add, nothing important, nothing detailed, not detailed. So the objective of the physical exam at this point is to write down properly using as much abbreviations as you have. Okay, getting on practice on this. And catching the difference that in Spanish, we give lots of explanations, we give lots of details, maybe we repeat information. In English, no, you certainly don't need to do that. Only go to the most important fact. It's easier to make, it's faster to make. So it's possible to do it, right?
Right.
In that way, I'm gonna send to your WhatsApp two files, well, 2 pictures. One picture with this example for getting them as a reminder, as a guide to do this. Maybe a guideline, I don't know. And then findings about the Joseph Jones. the guy we were working on module 1 with the case report. In that way, I need you to write down the physical exam until the next workshop, okay?
Yeah.
Following that answer, we are going to work on Thursday, okay? So I need you to do this exercise, and it's possible to make. Okay, Misael?
Okay. Thank you, doctor.
Maybe a question about it?
In the case in the abdomen, we don't say lumbar positive.
Okay, maneuver of lumbar positive, for example, right? You can tell me that, but lumbar is not giving us a specific finding. It's giving us the sign of peritoneal irritation. So that's why at this point, it's not necessary to write down all of this. According to the situation, for example, if you have an appendicitis and you want to describe the lumbar, the Robson, the Lancewell, all of them, all of these maneuvers are talking about the same. You can tell me, for example, lumbar, Robson, and Lance positive. Enough. I know that there's peritoneal irritation, right? Or you can tell me signs about peritoneal irritation positive, and that's enough. I know that you made the evaluation. That's a difference. You don't have to write down each one by one, I mean.
Okay.
The most important one, the most important finding, and if you want to support it, you can do it, but there's not the best way to do this exercise, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Michelle, so give me some minutes and then I'm gonna send you the pictures, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so have a great night and see you tomorrow in the theoretical class, okay?
Yeah, bye. Bye, doctor. See you tomorrow.
Okay, bye, Michelle, bye-bye. Hi, Andrea, good night.
Good night, Miss.
Hi, how are you? How's your day?
Well, it's quite busy because today is my night shift, so I'm literally is, a little escape from
Yes,
my
you're
night
on.
shift.
Okay, so let's do it faster so we're not getting in trouble with job, okay?
Okay.
Okay, today we have to talk about the physical exam, how to write down a proper physical exam in English.
Okay.
And well, as you can see, it starts with, well, it's an example about a lady who has a breast lump. All right, breast lump, and we are evaluating the situation considering the probability of a breast cancer. So we have to take into account that when we talk about the physical exam in English, we use lots of abbreviations. We don't give full terms because we don't have to avoid time or to work, but we have to work as fast as we can. And using abbreviations is the best way to do it. Because following the context of the case report and the situation of the patient, we catch the meaning easily. At this point, the first one is the OE, the on exam, on physical examination, on examination, on physical exam. Well, it's the way you can translate the OE. We were checking this from module 1. When you find this in the clinical history in English, you know that you're going to talk about findings that a colleague reported previously, okay?
Yes, it would be like the objective part of the examination.
Yes, yes, the same. So following this, the OE, the on examination, you have two chances to write down just the temperature like this. Or if you prefer, you can write down all the vital signs. Okay, it's your choice. It's the way you decide to work. Both of them are correct. In my opinion, I prefer to write down all the vital signs at the beginning, at the top of the physical exam. But if you prefer to put them in every system that they belong, that's correct too. There's no trouble on this. It's your personal choice, okay?
Okay. Or we can put only just the main or the altered, what we find altered on examination.
Yes, you can give me just the positive, well, the pathological vital signs. But in my opinion, it's better to write down all of them. The normal ones too, for catching the scores and all the details we take from this information.
Okay, it's better to write everything than not just only the pathological findings.
Yes, talking about the vital signs, just the normal ones and the pathological ones. Just with the vital signs. With the rest of the information, well, we're going ahead. Do you remember when we were talking about in the case report, we have the main complaint, the principal cause, the principal situation why the patient is going to the doctor?
Yes.
When you get the main complaint so clear, you start your physical examination describing this main complaint, these findings about that principal symptom, okay? As I was telling you, that's a lady who goes with a mass in the right breast. So evaluating the patient, we find that this mass is smooth, is a firm 3 by 4 centimeter mass in the right supraclavicular fossa, and has nodes with 1 to 2 centimeters in diameter, palpable in both axilla and inguinal areas. So the idea that it could be a cancer with metastasis is not so crazy if we got these findings just. And that's why following the protocols, we must evaluate the oropharynx, cardiovascular and respiratory system, the abdomen and central nervous system, looking for metastasis, right?
Exactly. And for example, I already see what it means. RS NID, I can put it down the file just in that way. I don't have to put what is normal or what is pathological. If everything is fine on the examination, I just have to add, I could just put NAD and it would be something valid.
Yes, for example, in oropharynx, you get the NAD, it means that there is nothing to add. There is a normal structure. It's without pathological finding, it's normal.
Yeah, like everything, it's all right.
Yes, it's correct. That's the way you have to do it. You are supporting that you evaluated this structure because you're following the protocol, but there is normal. There is nothing to add, no extra information, right? But you have to support you made it.
Yes, just like the fact that I already checked that part of the body and I didn't find anything pathological.
Yes, that's exactly the point.
Okay.
For example, following this lady, we have a finding in the abdomen, a mass palpable 3 centimeters below the left costal margin, right? We're describing the finding, the pathological situation, we can say. We are not giving maneuvers, techniques, names of maneuvers. It's not necessarily. Just go to the point, to the most important point.
Okay.
If there's
and
a finding,
we're going to do a report just like that for the homework.
yes, I'm gonna. Do you remember the case report about Joseph Jones? The old man who goes to the urologist. I'm gonna send you the findings to your personal WhatsApp and a picture of this file for a guideline, something like that, in order to prepare the physical exam about Joseph Jones, okay?
Okay.
So prepare this until the next workshop. And during the workshop, we are going to read together the report, okay?
No, okay, perfect.
Yes, use as much abbreviations as you can, following the anatomical structures, maybe a specific maneuver you decide to support it, but use abbreviations, okay?
Yes, just like in this case. Just like in this case.
Yeah, similar to the example, it could be better. Following that, it's possible to do it. And well, I know you're going to do a great job. You are more than ready for that.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, I'm sure. So give me some minutes to prepare these pictures to send you to your personal WhatsApp. Prepare this file, and according to that, we are going to work on the next workshop. So we really need your answer to work properly, okay?
Okay, perfect. I already sent the poll.
Perfect. I just received that. Thank you so much.
Okay, teacher. See you tomorrow.
Okay, see you tomorrow. Have a great shift and without patience.
I don't think so, but thanks.
Okay. So see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye, good night.
Okay, that was Andrea. She's on duty, so we ran with explanation of this topic. So let's wait 5 minutes. So Melissa, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Good night, teacher.
Hi, Melissa. Good night.
Hi, teacher. Good night.
How are you? How was your day? Or better, how was your weekend? You were with
It was a mess. I made the baptism and also her birthday, and was
Yeah.
pretty nice. But after that, she got sick, and we are at home since then because we don't know what she got. Probably she ate something because she's vomiting. She's with fever. Today she started diarrhea.
Well, patience. That's all you need.
Yeah. How is your babies?
Well, the two big ones are not so jealous.
Oh,
Not so
that's
jealous. They want to catch the baby up, want to
that's
hang.
good.
Yes, they want to kiss her every time. And well, my newborn just wants to sleep, you know. She's
Oh
so
yeah.
so small. Making the comparison with my two previous babies, she's so small. Look so fragile.
Which was her weight?
2009, 900 grams.
Oh, really small.
Yes, pretty well small. Small and strong, I think, because she didn't require extra oxygen or something for being on treatment during the hospital period.
Oh,
But well, as you know, the newborns cannot get with enough hot at this point, right? They cannot
yes.
use themselves, so we have to be with her all the time. She cannot sleep alone. So,
Yes. But
so
that's
it
the nice part, I think.
yes, she's with me all the day. Yeah, I'm hanging
Yeah.
here.
And you're with maternity leaving?
Mm, no, actually, I didn't.
You weren't working, right?
Yes, in order I was not in a hospital. I don't have that benefit. Yeah.
I see.
I prefer to stay with my baby because it's not a benefit. With my two previous babies, I had to leave them with the
Yeah,
40
that's hard.
days at school, and it was so hard for me to leave them so young, so small. Now it's different.
Oh yes, I can tell. It's pretty nice to stay with them.
Yes, it's nice to spend this time and enjoy this period, right? Because it's never going to come back.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, Melissa, let's work on this specific detail to the topic I prepared for today, okay?
Okay.
Today we have to start writing down the physical exam in order to get ready to the final test. We only have this week and the next one, and it's gonna be done.
Okay.
So talking about the physical exam, well, we know that in model 1, we were checking some specific details, some abbreviations, some ways to give these expressions, right?
Yes.
When we are reading a physical history in English, we can focus this first abbreviation, the OE. When you
Yes.
find the OE, you know that the next information you are going to read is a report from one colleague or your own report talking about the findings you get in your patient.
Yes.
The OE could be translated as on exam, on physical examination, on examination, doesn't matter, but that's the objective. You got the OE and you know that the findings, the technical way to talk is gonna be here.
Okay.
In that order, you have a way to write down that is similar to Spanish. I mean in the chronological order, going from the head to the toes, okay?
Okay.
When you start with the OE, you can continue with the vital signs, always with the temperature at the beginning. And then it's choice. It depends on you. If you want to continue with the rest of the vital signs, I mean blood pressure, pulse, respiratory and heart rate, oxygen saturation. It's your choice to write all of them continues to the temperature, or to write all of them in the system they belong. That's the same. Both ways are correct. It's not a closed idea to write down all of them at the beginning or all of them with the system. That's not the objective in English. You choose the best one for you, the one that fits to you, and in that order, you can do your report. In my personal opinion, it's better to set all the vital signs at the beginning. Okay, but it's because the way I prefer to work on this. Okay.
Okay.
Melissa.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yes. I just didn't hear the last part.
Okay, I was telling you that in my personal opinion, it's better to set all the vital signs at the beginning, always, for getting an organized way to talk about these values and not maybe missing this information through the paragraph. But it's a personal opinion. It's your choice how to place them, okay?
Okay.
Okay, while talking to the case report, we have the main complaint, the most important situation why the patient is going to the medical evaluation, the medical consult, right?
Yes.
In this way, just start the physical exam describing the findings that are related to the main complaint. Okay.
Okay.
In this example, we are talking with a patient that has a breast lump, and we are considering the possibility of a breast cancer because all the information we get. So taking it in count, we have this information, we have this report. We only go to the point, we don't round on normal characteristics of the anatomical structures. We only go to the pathological findings, okay? We have a mass. It's a smooth, firm 3 by 4 centimeter mass in right supraclavicular fossa. It also has nodes from 1 to 2 centimeters in diameter, palpable in both axilla and inguinal areas. So taking this information, you can see that we are not giving details about contralateral chains, contralateral channels, nothing like that, right?
Yes.
Just information that is going to the point, specifically to the details we are finding, making the size, the details, and using some abbreviations for making it faster, right? That's objective, to work as fast as you can. Following these findings, you are ruled by a protocol in order to look for metastasis, right?
Yes.
And we have to check oropharynx, cardiovascular and respiratory system, abdomen, and central nervous system as the pillars of this physical evaluation. If you go to the pharynx and you see this abbreviation NAD, it means that this structure is normal, because NAD could be translated as not detailed, nothing to add, nothing important. I mean, there are no pathological findings, but you are supporting that you made the evaluation properly, you followed your protocol, and it's done. You made it and there's nothing to add. Yeah, it's normal structure. The same with the cardiovascular and respiratory system, but when you go to the abdomen, you got a finding. You have a mass palpable 3 centimeters below left costal margin. As you can see, you are only describing the pathological situation. You don't give me the characteristics of the skin or even the bowel sounds. No extra details that at this point are normal. Just the findings, okay? You are pointing the information.
Okay.
It's easier than in Spanish, right?
Yes.
Travel, don't round ideas, and don't don't give information. For example, no peritoneum, no irritation in the peritoneum, for example. It's very common phrase that we have to support in Spanish, right?
Yes.
In English, if you didn't write information, it's because it's normal. It's an idea so clear. And it should be similar to Spanish, but it's not possible to make it, you know, how our lays work.
Okay.
So taking this information, this example, we must prepare a physical exam about a patient we were working on module 1. I remember that with you, we made a different exercise because you reported me a patient that you evaluated at home, right?
Yes.
Hypoglycemic crisis.
Yes.
Okay, do you remember the findings of that patient?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
So
a little bit, and not that good, but yes.
Okay, so let's do this in order to work with the same patient with you. Following the case you sent to me, prepare a case physical exam from that patient following this example, okay? Try to make it similar, giving me just the most important details, considering the Glasgow Coma scale with everything, you know how to do it, okay?
Okay, so I should start on, oh, I have to prepare it, like write it?
Yes, by writing down, could be typed, there's no trouble because we are going to work with this information on Thursday. The information to prepare. And then we're going to read about abbreviations, how to organize the ideas, how to make it as brief as we can, because it has to be as short as we can. We don't have to run around on information. We have to go just to the point.
Okay.
Okay.
So could I write it here in the chat?
Yes, there's no trouble.
Maybe it would be better in the WhatsApp so I can save it.
Yes, could be by WhatsApp. There's no trouble in this. I'm gonna send to your WhatsApp this example in order to have a reminder. I mean, how to prepare, to organize the abbreviations. Maybe some of these abbreviations are in the module 1. Some of them are in the module 2. Check all of them and start preparing this paragraph about the physical exam. Okay. Okay. From your patient. According to that, we can work on Thursday and fix it, correct it in order it really needs, okay? Okay, perfect. Okay, I send you the pool. Can you watch it?
Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, let me send it again. Okay, can you watch it now?
Yes, right now, yes.
Okay, perfect. So prepare this information, prepare the physical exam, use as much abbreviations as you can.
Okay.
And that it's gonna be easier for us to make it properly, okay?
Okay, perfect. That will be for Tuesday, right? Thursday.
Yeah, for Thursday.
Okay. Hey, teacher, can you put me, I'm traveling on Thursday, but I will be in Cochabamba. So can you put me the last time in the, please?
Okay, when I ask about the confirmation of the attendance, remember at the end of the list, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, there's no trouble on this. I understand.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
No, thanks to you for telling me now. I'm gonna take it again. But
thank
please,
you.
To me, I don't want to lose that information.
No problem, I will write it.
Okay, perfect. Any question about it, maybe?
No, I think I'm fine. I will be working in that.
Okay, so work on this and any detail, you can send me a message by WhatsApp, okay?
Okay, thank you, teacher. Have a good night. And congratulations for the baby.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Now she's sleeping in my arms.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
that's
was
so
with
nice.
she was with my babysitter, but one of my ladies, my babies, started crying because she wanted to hang the baby.
Oh, that's so
No,
nice.
give me the baby now. It's not possible to make a negotiation about it.
I think it's the best part when they are so small.
Yes, you are right. That's the best.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Yes, they grow up so fast.
Yes, they are. Yes, completely. She just turned 1 year, so I was, oh my
Yeah,
God, I can't believe it.
yes. I already sent you the picture. Please let me know when you can watch it, okay?
Okay, I just receive it.
Perfect.
Okay,
Okay.
teacher, thank you so much. I will work on the physical exam of my
Okay,
patient.
perfect. Prepare about your patient. Your patient was a very interesting case, clinical case
Yes,
for.
it was. I think I will be more detailed in CNS, like central nervous system, because it
Yeah.
was the more important part in that case.
Yes, yes. And the recovery was so fast. That was nice, so nice, without any consequence. That's the best part
Yeah,
of.
that was good.
Okay, dear. So,
Okay, thank you, teacher.
and see you tomorrow in the theoretical class, okay?
Yes, see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Teacher. Teacher.
Hi, Fernanda. Hi. Okay.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, can you hear me now? Hi, can you hear me clearly? Hi, you are without microphone.
Teacher, I can listen to you.
Can you hear me now? Is that better now? Hi, can you? Okay, can you hear me now? Is that better now? Maybe I'm changing device.
Teacher, can you listen to me?
Yes, I can hear you. What about you? Can you hear me now? Is that better?
Yes, teacher, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, how are you, Fernanda? We weren't talking for for some weeks, I think.
Yes, I think I have a hard week because was the birthday of my niece, and I was I don't know how is the name for bautizo, and
The
I was the
bautismo.
madrina.
Ah, okay. You were running so much, I think.
Yes, and it's so hard to be to be
Yeah.
that. So I made a lot of things, and me and my sister are hard work for everything, but everything looks everything good, and everything was very nice, and we did it so good.
Oh, perfect. That's a great experience.
Yes, it was a great experience and a nice title or something like that for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's the best part of this, right? To be so close to family and enjoy these moments that are not gonna repeat.
Yes, that's it's her first birthday, so it was so nice. And she
Yes.
enjoyed her birthday. She
Yes,
didn't sleep in her birthday, eat everything and see the show, see the people. It was nice.
well, that's great. Such a good
Yes.
experience. So
Yes, teacher, thank you so much.
that's perfect. Okay, Fair. So let's work on this. Tonight we have a specific topic to consider, to take in count. And we're going to talk how to write down the physical exam in English. Okay?
Okay.
Well, you know, in Spanish, we have a logical order to do this, right? From heads to toes. In Spanish, we have an order, we have a way to do it, and we have to support lots of information, right? Even the normal one. In English, we have the same logical order going from head to toes. And we have some specific differences that help us to organize ideas in a better way. I mean, we only talk with the positive information. We don't have to support information, normal data, for example, or normal findings. That is not important at this point. We don't really need that part. We only go to the findings, pathological findings. Okay?
Okay.
When we see, while checking the clinical history, we check the OE, right? The OE means on exam, on physical exam, on examination. That's the same. When you watch this, you know you are going to read the report of a colleague, the findings that someone is describing, or even your own findings. And you have the chance to organize ideas and use abbreviations in the best way. You know how to make it, right? At the beginning of the physical exam, you have two options. The first one is to set just the temperature, like in this example. Or if you prefer, you can add all the vital signs. Blood pressure, pulse, heart rate, respiratory rate, oxygen saturation. Well, it's your choice. The one you decide to use is correct. So you can set just the temperature like this, and the rest of the vital signs go into the system they belong, or set all of the vital signs. Don't worry about it. In my personal opinion, I prefer to set all the vital signs in the first line.
Okay.
I like to do it in that way. I feel better. I think it's, even if they are normal values, it's better to place vital signs because they change, we know about it. Is correct, okay?
Okay.
Do you remember when we were talking about the case report in Module 1? We had the main complaint, right? The most important reason why the patient is going to the medical evaluation, right? When you go to the physical exam, considering that situation, you start supporting the main complaint. I mean, you talk at the beginning about the main complaint. You support the findings of that situation the patient is describing, okay?
Okay.
In this example, we are talking about, well, we're talking with a lady whose main complaint was a lump in right breast. And while following all the information, the anamnesis, and the physical findings, we are thinking on a breast cancer with metastasis. So start supporting the main complaint. The mass that the patient described is smooth, is firm, a 3 by 4 centimeter mass in right supraclavicular fossa. Moreover, we found nodes 1 to 2 centimeter in diameter, palpable in both axilla and inguinal areas. So checking these findings, we have the reason for thinking on a metastasis, right? And we have a protocol to look for these anatomical details in some other structures, for example, oropharynx, cardiovascular and respiratory system, the abdomen and central nervous system as the most important, the biggest ones. When we evaluated the oropharynx, there was nothing. It was a normal structure, and we have the chance to use an abbreviation to show that it's a normal structure, and it has many ways to be translated. We can say nothing to add, no add detail, nothing important, or a normal structure, for example. It's your choice. But when you place the structure and the NAD, it means that there is a normal anatomical situation, could be, okay, no findings. And you are supporting, you follow the protocol, you made your job properly, and you evaluated all the things you really need to evaluate in this case. You are not forgetting, not because it's normal, you don't write it down. You support your job following the protocol of evaluation, okay?
Okay.
That's important to take in account, because if you only write down the positive findings, you only need these two 2 lines and the third one, and that's enough. The rest is normal. But we add the rest of this information with the NAD because we are supporting that we made the correct, the properly evaluation in this case. The same in the case you're going to work, okay? As I was telling you, you have the chance to place or to set the vital signs with the system they belong. It's your choice, they are normal. But going to the abdomen, well, we know we have 4 maneuvers to take in count, right? Inspection, auscultation, percussion, and palpation, right? We are not describing one by one. We are not describing the skin, the aspect of the skin, or the bowel sounds, because they are normal. We don't need this information. We only go to the fact, to the pathological situation we found in that system, in that part of the body. In this case, a mass palpable 3 centimeters below left costal margin. That's enough. You only go to the point you really need to describe. Don't drop on ideas, don't give extra information, don't describe the maneuver you use to this. Or if you want to say, for example, lumbar positive in left quadrant, low left quadrant, for example. And now, don't give me more information. We don't really need that unless it could be pathological, okay?
Okay.
So until this point, is there any question?
No, teacher, I have no question.
It's clear.
Yes, and it's necessary to describe everything because for the lines, but I don't know, in one reason that we don't have time, we can put like the rest is normal, or it's better to describe everything like you say for the people see that we made all the exam.
If you have a protocol that is very close, like this case, looking for metastasis, it's better if you use one by one, because you have to support that you did it, because the protocol is rolling that activity. But if you don't have a protocol so close like this, that is open and you have the chance to give me the rest of the evaluation without findings, that's perfect.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Okay. For example, while talking in a gastroenteritis, that is not complicated. There's no shock signs of this. You don't have to describe the aspect of the skin or the pulse or the difference between the scores and values and things like that, right? If you don't really need to give that information, that it's not important at this point.
Okay, perfect.
Or in a urinary tract infection, if there is the lumbar percussion is non-positive, it's negative. You don't have to tell me that it's negative. It's not necessarily. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so following this example, do you remember in module 1, we were preparing a case report about Joseph Jones, right?
Yes.
The old man who went to the urologist because he has trouble while going to pee, right?
Yes.
So following that case report, I'm going to send you the findings about his physical exam and prepare a similar physical exam report, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to send to your WhatsApp the picture of this example and then the findings. And prepare the physical exam to the next workshop, to Thursday. According to the answer, we can fix some details, we can correct it, and it's going to be a good way to be prepared for the final test. It's going to be on the next week. Okay?
Okay.
Easy to make, right?
Yes, it's easy. I don't receive the photo yet.
The pool? The what? Yeah.
Yeah, the pool is here, but you are going to send me a photo to my WhatsApp?
Yes, give me some minutes to upload
okay.
it, and then I'm gonna send it to you today.
I already made the poll.
Thank you so much, Fernanda.
Thanks.
So prepare the physical exam, use as much abbreviations as you can, following, well, all the things you consider in abbreviations, and it's gonna be nice. As much as you can use them is better. Brief ideas without rounding information, that's the best way to do this, okay?
Okay, thank you so much, teacher.
Perfect. Any question about it, maybe?
I don't think so. When is going to be the exam?
On next Thursday.
Okay, perfect.
Let me see the date for not
Please.
missing. Yes, the 20th. The 20th.
Perfect. Thank you so much, teacher.
Okay. Thanks to you for your attendance. And I'm looking for your number, yeah, for sending you the...
My number is 699-699-91.
Yes, it's similar to your sister, right?
Yeah, it's the same one, but the last number, she's 4 and mine is 1. I'm always the number 1.
Okay, I'm gonna take it in count.
Yes, that's the
That's
difference
great.
between us.
Okay, dear, please, I'm gonna send you the first one, the picture with the example, and then, yes, I found you with number 1.
Woohoo!
Okay, and give me a second to send you the findings about the Joseph Jones.
Teacher. I received 1 and I'm waiting
Yes,
for the next.
there's the second one too. Okay,
Perfect. Thank you so much, teacher. I received both.
perfect. So any question you got about it, please let me know via message, okay?
Okay, thank you so much, teacher. Have a nice night.
Thank you. See you tomorrow in the theoretical class, okay?
See you tomorrow, teacher. Bye.
Bye-bye. Hi, Pamela. Good night.
Hi, good night.
Hi, how are you? How was your day?
Fine, a little bit tired. And yours?
Well, the same. A very hard day, I think, but possible to continue.
Yes.
Okay, today we have a specific activity. Okay, I prepared a topic to check again to ensure about this way of working. Okay.
Okay.
We are going to review to check how to write down the physical exam in English. Okay, so we are going to check as a common point of view from the physical exam in Spanish, that both of them go from the head to the toes. Okay.
Okay.
They follow the same logical order while we talk about the systems. They don't exchange places, nothing like that. And the most important difference on this is that in English, we only go to the pathological findings. We only go to that point. We don't round on the ideas that are describing normal data, normal information from systems, okay?
In everything, in all the physical examination, you just put the positive findings.
Yes, just the positive data. Not extra information, no, you don't have to support, for example, when talking to an appendicitis, for example, you have signs about irritation of the peritoneum, only describe how you get that conclusion. Don't give me extra information, extra maneuvers, nothing like that, okay? Just go to the most important point.
Okay. And if everything is okay, just don't put, you don't put anything.
Yeah, okay.
Or just put without pathologies.
No. You only describe findings. The diagnosis and pathologies or the differential diagnosis is the next step, but it's out of the program.
Okay.
It's the same way to support it. So telling you as extra information, but considering the differences between positive data, not the differences with the negative information. No, it's simple, easy, very easy to make. It's easier than in Spanish.
Yes, in Spanish is very long because
yes,
in
English, in order you go just to the point, is shorter, is brief, is focused on the things you really need to know about your patient. Okay.
Okay.
So let's check this example. In this example in the box, we have a lady that goes to the medical consultation because has a breast lump. And while talking to her, making the anamnesis, as doctors, we consider that there is the possibility of breast cancer with metastasis. Following that information, we have a protocol to evaluate this patient, right? And we start like this. Always when you check in the in a clinical history in English, the OE, this abbreviation, you know that the information you're going to read is the report from a colleague, or maybe your own report. Okay?
Okay.
The OE means on exam, on physical exam, on examination. You have 3 ways to give me the meaning of this, but you know that this abbreviation is universal, is the way you start describing the physical exam in English.
Okay.
Then you have to continue with the vital signs. At the beginning, the temperature, always the temperature next to the OE. There is no way to make it different because that's the first data you are giving to the rest of the people. If it's normal or not, it doesn't matter. It has to be there. Okay?
Okay.
Then you have two options. You can continue setting all the vital signs. I mean, blood pressure, respiratory rate, heart rate, pulse, well, everything next to the temperature in the first line. Or you can set the vital signs with the system they belong. It's your choice. Okay?
Okay.
In my personal opinion, I prefer to use them in the first line because that's the way I work. I prefer to get them at the top of the physical exam. For me, it's easier to work in that way. But if you prefer to set them with the system they belong, it's perfect. There's no trouble. Both of them are correct.
Okay. Yes, I am used to put at the first line all the vital signs, but the temperature at the end.
Yes, just the small details, the difference in this part, right? Do you remember when we were talking about the case report, we have a main complaint, right?
Yes.
When you go to the physical exam, considering that main complaint, you have to support that complaint, describing at the beginning the findings from that situation that the patient is going to the medical appointment. Okay. In this case, the lady went because of a lump in breast. So according to that, we started describing that situation. And we find that it's smooth, it's a firm 3 by 4 centimeter mass in right supraclavicular fossa. And it has nodes with 1 to 2 centimeters in diameter, palpable in both axilla and inguinal areas. So with this,
well, in Spanish, I don't know if everyone writes like that, but we start like putting the organ, the part of the body that we are describing. I don't know if it could be, I don't know, like
if it could be the
in
same
neck or in thorax.
Yes, you can write down the anatomical part you are evaluating. There's no trouble on this. But in order, this is the way you start the physical exam. The idea is indeed that you are talking about the main complaint. That's why in this example, we don't have the anatomical structure they are describing.
Okay.
Because we infer that they are talking about the main complaint. Okay. That's the idea of this. Okay. But you can write down the anatomical structure you are evaluating, the body part. There's no trouble on this.
Okay.
Following that, in this case, we are thinking on metastasis. We must evaluate oropharynx, cardiovascular and respiratory system, the abdomen, and central nervous system, looking for more structures that could be related to the metastasis, right? It's ruled by a protocol, and that's why we have to support that we followed that evaluation protocol.
That's why you put all these.
Yes. The oropharynx, for example, has the NAD. NAD means nothing a detail, nothing to add, nothing important. I mean, it's a normal structure. But while setting this, while writing down this, I'm showing that I follow the protocol. I made my job in the best way. And I am supporting that I didn't forget this structure. That's why I said there is nothing, go ahead, yeah. It's okay, yeah.
Okay.
That's the idea of this. If you have, for example, a patient with a urinary tract infection and the lumbar percussion is normal, lumbar percussion is a part of the evaluation, the protocol evaluation, right?
Yes.
You have to support that you made that evaluation, but it's normal.
And it's normal.
Lumbar percussion, NAD, and that's enough. because we are following that protocol. If you make an extra evaluation, for example, I don't know,
Lungs.
looking for any extra detail that it's not related to the protocol, don't write it down. It's not necessarily if it's normal.
Okay.
Following the protocol, in this case, we go to the abdomen, and as you can see, there is a finding. A mass palpable 3 centimeters below left costal margin, right? With this finding, we only describe the finding, the detail we got it. No, we are not describing the maneuvers, not describing the vowel sounds, or describing other details that at this point are not important. We only go to the point that we found, okay? Just positive information. That's the idea of this. Okay?
Okay.
Until this point, any question?
I think no.
Okay.
Well, they always, I don't know why, but in our teachers, they are always asked to write everything.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes. In Spanish, we have to write down everything with detail. Don't forget anything.
Yes.
For example, in the central nervous system, never forget the Glasgow. Yes, never forget the Glasgow. But in English, if there is 15 over 15, nothing to add, it's normal. We infer that it's normal, right? You don't have to support negative information, only support your findings. That's the idea of this.
Okay. Yes, I think it's clear.
Yes, and it's easy to make. As you start practicing and writing down physical exams, you notice that it's easier than in Spanish.
Yes, I think it's easier.
Yes, easier, faster. You go to the point. You don't miss information because you are not distracted with no findings.
Yes, my boss always tell me that, ask me like, who is going to read that story like that is of 3 pages? No one is going to read.
Yes,
because he told me to put just the important things, not that we don't care if the person fell down 5 years ago. So
yeah, that's the truth. You only have to go to the point. And this is objective in English. Just go to the point, punctualize or emphasize the most important information. And that's the best. That's the way to do it. Okay?
Okay.
In that way, do you remember we were working on the case report, the Joseph Jones case report?
Yeah, I think
in
yes.
module 1.
In the patient with the prostatic.
The hyperplasia, right?
Yes.
So let's continue working with this man.
Okay.
We are going to, well, I'm gonna send to your WhatsApp the findings about his physical exam. And
we have to write.
Yes, and write down the physical exam, the report about it, okay?
Okay.
Use as much abbreviations as you can. And write down just the positive information. I'm sending you the same example we were checking now for having something like a guideline or not mixing details or not losing any detail, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I send it now to your WhatsApp. Did you receive both of them, right? 2 pictures.
Yes.
Perfect. So prepare this physical exam to the next workshop until Thursday, okay? And during the workshop, we are going to check this information and make the review.
Okay, everything's clear.
Okay, perfect. So next workshop, we are going to check your answer about Joseph Jones and prepare as much abbreviations as you can. We have them in module 1 and some of them in this module 2. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Pamela. So keep on working, keep on reading. Next week is going to be the final test. We have to talk about it tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, you're welcome. See you tomorrow, okay?
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye-bye. Hi, Natalie. Oops, you are without microphone. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Can you hear me, teacher?
Yes, I can hear you too. Hi, how was your day?
It was nice. I was at the hospital today. I will begin with my thesis on August.
Oi. Wow.
Yeah.
You're in a rush with your thesis too.
Yes.
Well, that's great. That sounds perfect. The last step.
Yes. I will defend it on December. Oh, well, that's my goal.
Oh, yeah, you're going to get this. I'm sure about it.
Thank you, teacher.
Yes, you're a good one. So don't worry about it. Keep on reading, and nobody knows more your thesis than you. So now
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, that was a phrase that always my teachers told us when I was at the med school. When we had to prepare a case report or an investigation, they always told us, nobody knows about your investigation more than you. So don't be nervous, don't be shy. The professors that are going to evaluate you, that's the first time they are going to read this. So don't worry.
Yeah, but the nerves are something that makes me feel anxious.
Yes, yes. But the truth is that nobody knows your investigation more than you, right?
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yes, keep it on mind. I tell you, when I finished the med school, certainly I forget that that was the day of my evaluation. And I went by normal with my running shoes, with non-formal clothing. And that was so nice because, well, in order I studied in Cuba, the way you wear is not a trouble. They are not like here. So my professors told me, you came comfortable, perfect. You are ready for setting this. What happened? Did you forget that today you have to support your investigation? And I said, is today? Yes, it's today.
Oh no.
And I said, okay, what shall I do? Take a deep breath. You are the first one because you are in a shock. Go ahead. And that was the truth. I was in a shock. I thought that this was an essay day, not the official evaluation.
Oh my God, no, I couldn't go ahead. I would feel like anxious, like in an anxious attack.
No, you take too much Tilo and Tronjil.
Yeah.
It's gonna work. You're going to do a great job. I'm sure about it.
Thank you, teacher.
Yes.
I don't trust in myself.
Nah, you're doing a great job. Telling you by a teacher. Yes.
Thank you, teacher.
You make an effort. You have the attitude for doing it in a good way. So don't worry about it. You are going to do a good job. Take a deep breath. And now remember this, nobody knows your investigation more than you. That's the truth.
Okay, I will keep it in my mind.
Yes, practice in front of a mirror or with someone that you trust on, and it's gonna work. Believe me, you are ready to do this. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
So today let's check this specific information I prepared for the course, okay?
Okay.
Today we have to talk about the physical exam, how to write it down. And while checking your job, the case report we made, how you send the information to me, specifically in bets, it's very similar in bets than in English. That's why it's gonna be easier for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you only talk about specific details, the findings that are positive. You don't drown on information. You can make a list on this, and that's enough.
Oh,
That's why
that's
it's
really
similar.
great.
Yes, and you have the chance to use lots of abbreviations in order to make a brief paragraph, a brief report, I mean. According to that, it's possible to make it easier and faster. Hi, Natalie.
Yes, I'm here, teacher.
Okay, because it was without sound, I'm sorry. Okay, considering this, in beds, as I was telling you, it's very, very similar. You know how your order goes. In humans, we go from head to toes. I think in animals is the same, right?
Not exactly, but it's similar. Yes, we
Okay.
in the system, it's really as the owner told us.
Yes, the owner is the one who's giving the information.
Yes.
Yes, but when you evaluate your patient.
Oh, yes. It's head till the toe.
Okay.
So well, toes.
Toes. Yeah. So in that order, it's universal from any health career, I think. The OE is the abbreviation we find when we start the physical exam or the physical evaluation in the clinical history. When you find the OE, you know that the information that is coming is about the findings that are described, the report that is describing all the findings, the positive information, okay?
Okay.
For every career, no, I couldn't find any career that's different. In vets, in odontology, talking with your father, in medicine, you always have physical exam. In English, on exam, easier.
Okay.
In general, you have the chance to set the vital signs in the first line, like this, always with the temperature at the beginning, and then the rest of the values. Or if you prefer, you can set the vital signs with the system they belong. That's your choice. Both of them are correct. Okay.
I think to make it easier, I can just put it on the exam, right?
Yes. Yes, you can go next to the OE. You can set all the vital signs, the blood pressure, the heart rate, respiratory rate, well, everything. It's your choice. Both of them are correct. To set them at the beginning or to set them in the system. That's the same for me, okay?
Okay.
Do you remember we were talking in the case report about the main complaint? When you start the physical exam to write down this report, you at the beginning support the main complaint. Give me information why your patient is going to the medical appointment, to that moment. What the owner is describing could be said, and which findings you support that description. The most important ones. Okay? And then you can go in the same logical order that you get in vets describing the findings just in the positive systems or anatomical regions where you got them, okay?
Okay.
For example, well, in this chart, we are talking about a lady who's complaining of was a breast lump. And while making the anamnesis, we got the information and we think that it's about a breast cancer with metastasis. In that way, we support all of this information. We go to the oropharynx, cardiovascular and respiratory systems, and central nervous system looking for signs of metastasis. Because we have a protocol that supports us which structures we must evaluate.
Okay.
In vets, I think it's the same. You have a protocol to follow specific information, right? Like a chain.
Yes.
In that way, following that protocol, if there is a structure you must evaluate because of the probable diagnosis, and that structure is normal, you can use this abbreviation, NAD. Nothing to add, nothing important, no add detail. I mean, nothing extra to give information because it's a normal structure. But we support that we made our job properly, giving this information, showing that we evaluated the structure we really need.
But this not at detail, it's with specific organs with a specific laboratory. I mean, when I have the result.
No, it's not a specific. It's just showing me that the structure, the anatomical structure you evaluated or anatomical region you evaluated is without changes, is normal.
Okay.
Okay, when you refer about laboratories, you use NIL. Do you remember that? NIL? Yes, that's when you receive a report, and that report is negative.
Okay.
But when you have an anatomical structure and a body part that you evaluated and it's normal, you use NAD.
Okay, teacher.
So in this case, we evaluated the lady, we are supporting her main complaint, and doing the evaluation following the protocol, we got a finding, right, in abdomen. But you can see that we are just describing the finding, the structure we got. We are not giving all the details about maneuvers, about, I don't know, bowel sounds or something that it's normal. We are just describing the positive information, right? It's the same in bloods. Just describe the positive information from the structures you are evaluating, following the protocol of evaluation. You got it, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Until this point, do you have any question maybe?
Yeah, when you say only the positive things that I have to add in this report, it means just the things that are normal. I mean, I don't have to put in here any abnormality.
No, you don't have to write down nothing that it's normal. Just abnormalities.
Just abnormalities.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Only the information that is related to your pathology from your patient, and that's enough.
Okay.
Okay. And using as much abbreviations as you can.
Okay, teacher.
As much you use is better because it becomes brief, so brief, and it's possible to do it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so do you remember in Module 1 we prepared the case report from one of your pets?
Yes.
From your patient, from your pet, prepare a physical exam. Okay?
Okay.
Following that physical exam, we are going to work the next workshop on Thursday, okay?
On Thursday, okay.
Yes, so do it as fast as you can. Yeah, if you can do it today is perfect. And we are going to work it on Thursday to solve any doubt that could get about the physical exam.
Okay.
Perfect. Any question about it, maybe?
No,
It's
I
clear.
think I understood everything.
Perfect. I know yesterday was a very heavy class because of the vocabulary, right?
Yeah, the vocabulary was terrible, but it helped me with my thesis.
Yeah.
My work. Yeah. So I was relating that with what I'm doing.
Perfect. Perfect. It's
Yes.
useful. So that's a good point. I feel
Yeah.
better now because that information is not easy to set. It's not easy to place or to prepare.
Yeah. Uh-huh. No, but it helped me because I had an article which I did with my friend the last semester.
Yeah.
The last year. It was about regeneration of tissue with calendula extract.
Oy.
And few weeks ago, the university told us that I had to translate it in English.
In English, yes, to make I forget the name, the resume.
Yes, and it really helped me, at least with the vocabulary and with scales. I couldn't remember.
Okay.
Gráficos.
Yeah, with the graphs.
Yes.
Well, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
You make me feel better with this material.
Yeah, it was perfect for me.
Yes, just going to the what's the name of this? It goes like a ring to the finger.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, great. Okay, no, you make me feel better with this because it's so hard to prepare this material. Statistics are running me crazy.
I think with all of us.
Yes, all the students, all your classmates were talking about it. They told me the same, that the vocabulary was awful, but well, we have to do it. There's no other choice.
Yes, I know it, but I will suffer anyway.
Yeah, but you are doing a good job. Don't worry about it.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, Natalie, so prepare the physical exam from your patient, from your pet.
Okay.
And according to that, we are going to work on Thursday, okay?
Okay.
Don't worry, you're doing a good job. Trust on yourself. Trust on your capabilities. You are ready for this.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Yes, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Trust on me. I have a clinical eye to do this. Yeah.
Really, really thank you.
Okay, my dear. So let's go, okay? And keep on reading, please. Any questions, send me a message. There is no trouble, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay. So
see you tomorrow.
Remember this, I trust on you.
Thank you. I will trust in myself too. I
Yes,
promise.
You are ready. Don't worry, you are ready. Always repeat to you, you are ready. You are ready. And nobody knows your investigation. Or nobody
More
understands
than
the
me.
investigation in the way you understand it.
Yes.
Right. Go ahead, lady. Go ahead. And let's meet tomorrow in the theoretical class, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, have a great night. Keep on reading, and anything you need, send me a message.
Okay. Good night, teacher.
Good night. Bye-bye, dear. Okay, let me share the screen. It's here. Okay, here is my role. Natalie Villes was the last one. She got on time. We were working on the physical exam. She's a vet. And well, everything is ready. All the people came instead of, well, Daniel didn't came, but who knows, maybe something happened. So in that situation, we finished the workshop. Rest of the people didn't say anything. I mean, Paul, let me check. I'm forgetting the ones who didn't say anything. I mean, Juliana says she's not attending. The same, Dalila, Belen. And who knows? There were 4. And Stacy. And the ones who didn't say anything, Paul, Gustavo, and I lost it. And let me see. Paul, Gustavo, and I got confused. Well, doesn't matter. At least. So with all of this, everything is done. I finished. See you tomorrow in the theoretical class. Bye-bye.